don't know how everything works. Alright, greetings all, Shardvixen here, sorry. Hey Roger! Hi, how are you? So, we were having some issues with stuff. I'm having issues with stuff I shouldn't be having issues with because fudge beans, I got a new computer and all. I know it's 6 months old, but okay. So, I have to run Restream Chat to get my YouTube because for some reason Streamlabs won't pick it up. It might now. I don't know. Because it's supposed to, but not. How are you doing, Roger? I've missed you. Satanic Minion's been helping me over on Twitch as my moderator when he can. So, but you know, 8 hours difference is kind of a pill. Let's see what's going on over on Twitch. Alright, so we have Ikari 2018 is playing Dying Light. He, you know, is on our Discord and has played Destiny with me. We have Quentin _ Chaos 1 is doing Dark Souls 3, so y'all should go by and say hey to him. Blazing Rebel 22 is playing Rocket League. Y'all, he's a friend of the thing, of the channel, so go by, check him out. So it. I feel like they changed the host stuff, but you know, maybe it's not. Maybe they haven't. Yeah, because the channels that were hosting me are no longer hosting me, so it's kind of interesting. Maybe they just revamped them and decided, oh, she's so boring, we're not going to do that with her. Hey Philly, how are you? You have the internet back on now? Good. Maybe we can play that Dark Alliance. I've been waiting to play that with you, Roger. So maybe we can play that. The Dark Alliance thing. Nobody liked it, but you know, we can still play it. It don't matter. Anyway, so for whatever reason, no one's hosting me anymore. So I'm not loved, I guess. I don't know. I don't really care. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. You know that. Over on D-Live, we have Dad Gamer is playing Call of Duty Black Ops. Mythic Rust is chatting. And K. Emma Hardendoken is doing retro games. And that was a weird name. And over on YouTube, I don't think anybody's streaming on YouTube. Oh, MTG Get Nick Gang is streaming. I'm going to guarantee you he's playing Fortnite. Aw, thanks, Satanic Minion. I don't know that that shows up, though, is what I'm saying. Like, I need help with that on my Twitch. I need you to help me. Because I signed up to host a lot of people, but I never see them hosting. And I don't know if it's just because I'm watching or what. So let's see how it goes. See, now it shows you, but before they have like 7 or 8 people that were hosting me, and now nobody hosts me. So I guess I'm just boring. It's fine. I know I'm boring. We can leave that. We can leave that for another day. All right. So you'll work on it. No, it's okay. We'll work on it together. Yeah. I was waiting for you to get settled, Roger. So I don't know yet because my Saturdays I've been doing some other stuff. All right, so Sabjaz is here. No, you're just icy. You're just pouncing out people. All right. Well, Alright, so we're going to play some No Man's Sky. There's a new update that came through. Well, there's a couple new updates, but the newest update is this one, in which they give you cities. So now you have a city, and you get to be, I guess, the governor of the city or something. I don't know if I want to play this one, because, well, I don't know if... I'd rather have a Gex city, but you know how it is. There's my living ship. I love my living ship. I wish it hadn't been so hard. Okay, I gotta follow this dude over here. Let's see. I was gonna do the Atlas Pass, not in this one though. I think I'm gonna do it in my survival. So we'll be bouncing between my 3 saves today. You deep fry eggshells and call it a damn omelet. You know the chickens would like that. Hey Levi, thanks for stopping by. I'm running a little late today. There's a lady over on Twitch, Megsy, can't remember her numbers, that we're trying to help get to affiliate, so we have to chat. So I spent some time with her with music and chatting, but since she's on the UK, I don't think that's how you say it. Since she's in the UK, the time frame. So I just figured I'd spend a little extra time with them. And then I jumped over here to do some streaming. So we're going to do this. It says, life on the harsh frontier, the settlers. Assist the local population in the construction of a planetary settlement. Perform key actions at the settlement interface or in the overseer's office. As overseer of the settlement, you make key decisions, direct the construction of buildings, and resolve disputes between citizens. A well-managed settlement will produce plenty of materials, enough that a successful overseer may claim surplus resources each day. So our first objective is investigate the distress signal on the planetary settlement and assist the settlers with their problems, and they may allow you to join their settlement. Okay, so I know everybody is like super excited by this. I don't know that I am. Because this is just more fucking quests for me to do. I get it. I get it. Okay, so I guess we gotta talk to him. Come here. Talk to me. Problem is I don't have all of my Viking stuff yet still. To Goofus, an interloper. It is Jinxie. You are here to email with the Utsit. To the death. Okay. This settlement must be the source of the distress signal. What are they doing here? Building a life exposed to the harsh planetary existence? Battled by elements because we are so much better than them and we would know better. God, this comes out very patronizing. That was your friend? What was my friend? Who was my friend? That was your friend? Am I using the experimental patch? I don't know what that means, Levi, because I just updated on my PlayStation. I know nothing about any of that stuff. Oh, you mean Savjaz was my friend? Savjaz is my friend? Savjaz is a friend. Yes, I have other friends online. Though, my therapist, I have to tell you guys, I don't see a therapist at this time because I'm not in crisis. But when I was in crisis and I went to see... Oh, that's because of the restream. Restream won't let me pull it out further. It looks like it's doing all right. You guys can read. If you can read it, we're doing good. But Restream won't let me pull it out any further. If I do, you guys lose some of important stuff. I'll show you, Levi. Look. So if I go up here and I pull out my picture a little bit. No, it's not going to let me right now. Oh, there it is. So if I open it up so you don't see that, you lose the bottom parts. So now it shouldn't have black on the sides. I don't know, maybe. So I always just ran it with the 2 black bars on both sides of the screen just because it made it easier for you guys to see everything in the screen. It doesn't really change the resolution as far as I know, because it's telling me I'm still streaming at a certain amount of kbs per second. I've got a keyframe of 2 and my frames per second is 60. That's pretty much what Restream runs at. But no, I pulled it out. Should look a little better now. It's alright, Levi. It's just the reason I hadn't was what was I playing? I was playing a game and somebody was watching it and they were all like, oh, I can't see the bottom part of it. I don't know why they need to see the bottom part. But so and every time I have to redo my Restream, it throws me back in there. So if my Elgato goes offline, it throws me back to the basic, which is much smaller in frames. But thanks for watching me, even though on your phone. I don't know about the experimental patch. I know on the... I don't think PlayStation gets experimental patches. I think only... we just get updates. That's my assumption of it, Levi. But you know I'm kind of dummy, so it's all good when it comes to this stuff. And now I forgot what I was talking about. So, oh, being patronizing. All right, you go do your thing, Santonic. No, I'm not on PC. Mary Lizzie plays on PC. Richard Huntington plays on PC. KJ Gaming plays on PC. Ivy Mike plays on PC. If you need No Man's Sky on PC, those are the people I would go check. I'm on PlayStation. I was thinking about getting it for my Xbox, but I don't think I will. I just stay on the PlayStation. You are my friend on PS4. You are. I have lots of friends on PS4. Oh, that's what I was talking about, friends. So anyway, when I saw the therapist, because I was in crisis, because the medication I was taking for fibromyalgia, this is probably about 4 years ago, caused me to be suicidal. Like I was planning it out, suicidal. Because I have thoughts about it all the time, but I don't play it out. I have protection for that stuff. But anyway, so I went to see this therapist, and I saw him. Well, I saw 3 in a period of a year and a half until they decided I was no longer in crisis. And I was like talking about friends online, and the therapist says, well, you can't really have friends online. They're not real friends, which I get, because that's what we tell my grandson, who tells you that all these people online that he plays with are his friends, and he would die for them. So I get what all of them were saying. But I think when you spend enough time having conversations with people, there is a degree of friendship there. The only problem you have is that there's a certain amount of vulnerability that you can't have online unless you trust each other. And even when you do trust each other, it's quite possible that that person on the other side could be not telling you the truth. So it's always very interesting to me how we view that. I think psychology is going to have to change the viewpoints of that, and I know they slowly have been doing so, because it's no different than having a pen pal. I had a pen pal in Guam that I wrote to, and my pen pal would write to me, and for 2 years we wrote to each other, and then that pen pal came over and saw me, and we had a grand time. So I don't think that you can just say, oh, because you're online you can't have friends. You can. And then there is you and I. Yes, there is. Roger, then there is you and I. But we can be people can be friends. And then how much you go past that. So you have that, like, neighbor friend. So I think there's degrees of friendship. Because, like, I've lived next door to some people I don't know anything about. And I've lived next to them for 5 years. And we say hi and chat with each other and stuff. But we don't know the more integral parts of our lives. Then there are people online that I've had a conversation with, like Roger, Long Roger, for over 5 years. And we know stuff about each other. So I just think that, only friends. So I think there's degrees of friendship, and you can have a very solid online friendship with somebody. I have met people who dated online and then got married. So, and there's Megsy. So everybody, we need to check out. Santanic already did this for Megsy, but we'll do it again. He left, but he went to go sleep. Don't you need to be going to sleep as well there, Miss Meggie? Megsy? Megsy. I think it's Megsy, right? That sounds like it. That's right. I'm telling you I'm boring. You don't want to hang out. I tell everybody, do not hang out with me because I'm boring. Alright, so we're going to ask about this distress signal. Before I can speak, I hear the wail of a siren, a hostile buzz descends upon the town. Oh yeah, that'd be me. I'd show up to some place and shit would happen, because that's how it always works. I can go to the bank, nobody there. Stand in line and wait for the damn teller and look behind me. I have 10 fucking people behind me. You are absolutely welcome, Maisie. Everybody, she is trying very hard to get affiliate. So if you could go, you don't necessarily per se have to follow her, though she might like that. But you need to chat in her chat when she is online. So the only way you're going to know she's online is if you follow her. But if you could, please, if you're on Twitch, go follow her. I think Quentin's streaming as well. So I arrive like a hurricane. Sometimes I do arrive like a hurricane. Because I'm a goddess, you know. That's how that works. The Sentinels have arrived. Oh, fuck beans. No, I hate you. Oh my god, the rat bastards have gotten uglier. What the heck? No! I don't want to play with you guys. I'm stuck. Fuck. Am I supposed to shoot you? That's just... I will actually probably die. And I have never not died in my normal in like forever. Oh, this is sucky. I'm sorry. Where are the Viking when you need them? Oh, wait. We're in a Viking place. Bitch. No! Who the fuck ordered this? I want in. Thank you. Who thought this was a... Wait. No, I'm not in. Oh, that was a glitch. I need in. Thank you. Who thought this was a great idea? Not me. You are an asshole. Go away. I hate the... You know, maybe this... maybe a different gun would be good. Oh, I hate this gun. But maybe I have to kill people. Shouldn't I have like a really, really spectacular gun? Don't you think? That's a clip. There it goes. It was glitchy. That's all. But if I kill you, because that's how this works. If I kill you, you're gonna bring the big fucking fuckers. Give me in the door, please. Oh my god, who thought this was a really great idea? Fuck you. Alright, there's one. Do I have a gun? No, I don't have a gun apparently, because I don't do this shit. Every time I have to do Sentinel quest, I refuse to do Sentinel quests. You know why? Because I don't do well on this shit. Come here. Die. Thank you. I have to go in here for a minute. Fuck beans. I don't have anything. I just got a new gun. See? New gun. So I guess we'll be making new guns. Shit. Fuck. I mean, this is my 300 and something hour gameplay. You know, I've done everything. I was just wandering through. How do I keep fucking falling off that? That's the... Did you guys kill the rest of them? Because that'd be a plus. No, he's just wandering around. I have 4 more. 4 more little bastards. These guys are creepy looking. This is like some weird, I don't know, Warhammer shit going on here. What have they done to the Sentinels? What happened to the little friendly bastards? Ah, fuck. You. I don't like you. I never liked them. They were like horribly bad. I'm telling you, if the big old fat, big old mean walkers show up, I'm fucked. Because I never can get through that particular one. I probably need that because it's got ammunition in it. Oh yeah, this is so much fun. This is what I want in a game. Things that want to kill me. I could play all kinds. I'd play Ark if I wanted to be dead. Come here. Reload. I'd be the worst space ranger in the world. Okay, how many do we got left? 1. Where is that little bastard then? There should not be a walker. Oh, thank you. I haven't played this yet. I was waiting till today to play it because, well, you know, everybody was playing it. And much better at playing it than I would ever be. See, I'd need the best armor in the world because I just want to, like, stand someplace and shoot them, or I'd want to be a sniper. That would be it. Okay, so they're all dead. That's excitement. No. I guess I should probably get me a better gun for this shit. I have to do this in survival. I'm gonna be, like, hurting. Because I was going to visit my survival save too. So I think this is what starts me on that. I was doing the Atlas though, and that. I'm not doing this yet. Maybe later. Okay. Was there some more up there? And now we're in a toxic environment that's killing me. Yeah, that's always fun. I don't need to go out. Alright, so now what do we have to do? That's slow. Slow. Would make the galaxy lifeless. Yes, they would. I just saw a new... I downloaded it. So we're going to play a new game. On Saturdays, we play new games. I have been thinking I'm going to switch things up in... in a couple of months, and I'm gonna start playing Switch games on Saturday. So we'll play Switch games on Saturday. We'll play PlayStation games on Tuesday, and then Thursdays will be Xbox games. And then I'll throw in some PC games in there too. So, have you been playing this, Levi? Have you been playing No Man's Sky? Roger and I are gonna play some Dark Alliance. Maybe next Saturday. I have to wait and see what I'm doing. Just because I've got the game on my Xbox and I kind of need to get through it. Then we can go back playing some other games like ESO. We have to revisit ESO too. But you know, I all the other things I do as well. Okay, now what do I have to do? What's my log say? Investigate. Well, I guess I just keep talking to people. Yeah, where is he? Is he in the building? I don't think he's in the building. Like, is there an upstairs, downstairs to this particular place? I'm not seeing it. No? Where are you? Okay. That seems weird. It says right there, but it's not right there. Okay, let's see if there's another door. Is there a secret place? Can you destroy this? No. Well, that sucks. Permanent. I don't know if... Okay, so if I was building No Man's Sky, I would not have gone to all this shit. I would have, and I'm just going to say right now... Oh, hello, tuna fish. He called me a bozo. That's alright. I'm a bozo. How are you, tuna fish? Are you just coming here to try to be funky? You can be as funky as you want until you piss somebody off. Then you can't be funky no more because somebody will kick you. Not me. Oh, there is a door over there. Did you see that? I saw it. Aha. Found the door. Gotta wander around enough. Wow, guys, I feel really short. So if I was the creator of No Man's Sky, At Waking Titan, I would have invested everything into the lore of the stories. I don't feel like this follows the lore of Waking Titan at all. Because we're living in a simulation, so I don't know why you have all this extra shit. But that's just me. Are you the dude I'm talking to? No. I don't know where to go, Levi. I don't know. Oh, there he is. He looks sad. Sorry. Okay. Next Saturday's good for you. I will have to check back with you on that, Roger. There's normally Saturdays. Well, no, Saturday we could do it. We'll have to stream it though too. So probably about, what's a good time for you, Roger? You should message me and tell me. It's because in the past the good time for you was like 10 a.m. Which is okay. I just don't know if I'll be jogging. Because it's really smoky here in the mornings, so I haven't been able to jog. And then I was sick, and then I wasn't able to jog again. Interloper, Mahar Apaka, Abalia commander is Hayutumba, and their hit busy. Interloper must replace them. Strong command. I think we need a, we need a strong command. With Vikings, you'd need a really strong command. The Viking salutes, pleased to see another join their fight against the Sentinels. But it is clear they are tired, worn down from the fight. If no one helps them, I fear their settlement would not last much longer. I mean, I guess them fighting the Sentinels is part of the lore, but it's not the lore I was thinking. I didn't think that was the way they were going to go with this. So today's schedule is I'm going to stream this for an hour, 2 hour, hour and a half to 2 hours. Then I'm going to come back with a new game. And then this evening, if I still feel like streaming, I'll probably do something like either Dishonored or Genshin. Maybe Wild at the Heart. I am stuck on that game though, so I don't know, because some of those games are going to be thing. I would probably agree with you, Levi. But I think that they kind of left a lot. Me and Empty Benches, who is very into the lore and made lots of videos about it a couple of years ago. Well, he made some in 2017. I know he made some after that. And then he was doing some other stuff online for some of the various websites for lore. We feel they kind of just left, like they left the lore part of it, you know, and haven't gone back. Because they did a lot of archaeologist stuff, but they didn't really pull that in and tie it. And they haven't finished the they did Waking Titan, and then they kind of left it. Like, they never gave it they never continued the story. And then it feels like where we're at now, the game has become an actual reality game rather than the simulation with the Atlas. You can still follow the story of the Atlas, and you can still hear the Atlas tell you it's a simulation, but it's like extra side quest that most people don't even get. Like, they're really confused. I've had people ask me, what does this mean? And then they're like really tired and bored of the game because they're all like, I don't understand. Perhaps I could assist these sellers. The overseer position appears to be newly vacant because somebody killed him, I'm sure. Killed them. Alright, become the settlement overseer. Okay, sure. I am in control. I'm going to be a tyrant. You're all going to do what I say. If you don't, we're going to kill you. Put you in prison. Apply for settlement control. Alright. Accessing planetary settlement interface. Oh, I know someone else that's PC. Ashenda Firemyst. If you guys go check out Ashenda Firemyst on Twitch. She's also on YouTube, but she just became affiliate on Twitch. Woohoo! So her YouTube stuff will be every once in a while, but she plays PC and she's really loving this. But I didn't even get into the animals part, so accessing planetary settlement interface. Access granted. Yeah. Current overseer status. Missing, deceased. Overseer position. Presumes vacant. Apply for settlement. Sure. Okay. I have a... empty is on the thing. Hang on. So, I'll be right back, guys. Watch the pretty stuff here. Well, start talking about people they show up. All right, hang on. Wait. Ooh boy! Ooh boy! I need my microphone. What? I'll be right back. If you'll confirm it. I don't know. Oh. I need my microphone. Hey, you hear me? Hey, I'm streaming. Is that right? You want to still chat with me? No, yeah, it doesn't show on the PlayStation. Well, they can't hear you. You know that. That the sound doesn't go through my mic. I just, because I'll be chatting back and forth with you and them, and it might be confusing, so I just wanted to check. I was just talking about you. Was your ears like... Well, that's what we were... Yeah. Are your ears burning? Because I was just talking about you, about lore, how I... that's what I was doing, I'm playing on normal. I'm becoming the overseer. And about how I felt about this. I don't... It's not my thing. No, not really my thing. I mean, I'll play it because that's, I play everything. I didn't really do much on the food stuff, and I didn't really do much on the animals, which might end up hitting me hard on this. But, so, Levi says, he was saying, well, I think that what they wanted in NMS to be is already there, and that adding base building and settlement stuff is just to bring in new players. Right, you don't have to do this one. Once you get this done, you can build another one, right? So my population is 51 citizens. The happiness is really low, but they're Vikings. I don't know that they're overly happy about shit anyway. Because I was going to do this one for a little bit, and then I was going to go over to my survival, which is the one I really am playing. It's my survival. So I don't know if I want to do a settlement, though, in my survival. Because my survival is about getting out of the galaxy. Because I haven't done that in forever. Not since, like, 2016, I guess, was the last time I've been out of the galaxy. So, and I know everybody's like, oh, we've all been out of the galaxy many times. And I mean, I've been out, like, when I jump to Barb's places or visit other people. But I haven't been, like, out. So I thought, okay, I will try that and see. But yeah, I'm kind of doing a review of it. I mean, if you're big into that whole building and city, you know, like civilization kind of growth, then this would be absolutely right up your thing. I mean, you could just play this part of No Man's Sky at this point, I think. You could just go through on every planet. Can you do it more than once? Like, can you have more than one? Okay, one per save. So... $15 saves? Wow, you can have 15 saves now? I didn't know that. That's awesome. I mean, that part of the update I would be interested in. I mean, I don't know about I don't build a lot, so the whole building part want to be like... And I didn't do the animals. They changed this planet, though. They did. The black holes... Alright, so that's the thing. So there's they brought back more lore, or they want help with the old lore. Okay, because I didn't... Nobody said they had that. How does that work in the whole concept of, when I get there, are you there? Okay, because I've been having internet issues, so just, if I lose you, just know that I've been having internet issues. How does that work how does the Ancients work in the Waking Titan concept of the story lore? Right. Emily. Everybody loves Emily. Well, it is a part of... It's still confusing because they haven't really addressed any of that. That's what I was just saying. That was what I was saying earlier before I jumped on with you. That I was talking about you and me. We're talking about how after they did Waking Titan and then Next came out. And Next had a whole different... It went a totally different way. And then they kind of just left everything that Waking Titan was behind. Like, they never addressed it again. Like, it was, oh, we did this, and that was all we needed to do, and now we're done. And it's not, because the game is still proceeding and building, but yet they haven't made any connections with Emily, Waking Titan, and the simulation, and the Atlas, and the Sentinels. And then, of course, the storyline that's going on in the simulation, where did that come from? You know, like, what part of the Dreamers and Emily and what we're seeing now, how is that all connected? Because they made, with the travelers, they kind of made the concept that the streamers are the travelers, but they haven't really pulled that, like, for me, and this is just for me, because I'm a big sci-fi reader, are the travelers still going on right now, and that's what we're playing is their dreams? That's how I took it to be, but they never have made a connection to let us know if that's the case, or if we're actually in the future of the travelers and the Atlas has just kept the dreams going. So I was always interested in that. Well, I thought in Waking Titan, yeah, I thought in Waking Titan, that was what we were seeing, was the creation of Atlas, and Emily was in a simulation of the Atlas, and the travelers were what was helping her build the world. And then when they asked us, do we get rid of Emily or we don't get rid of Emily, that is how the suit lady got built. It's because we choose. It didn't matter really what we choose in the Waking Titan. Either way, she was still going to end up being the suit lady, because they're trapping her in the simulation and not letting her out. But then it becomes, well, okay, if... Right. She was fighting against the whole Waking Titan and keeping the travelers there. But then they left it. See, it's gone. Then after that, you're like, well, okay, how does this work into what we're doing now? And really, they didn't. I mean, Waking Titan came, and you played the game and the alternate for the lore, and then you got to go look for the lore, you know, in all the different places in the galaxy. But then that was it. There was no more building of the lore. They just kind of like... They added bits and pieces with the archaeology. That's what I had been saying earlier. Hey, Trigger, how are you? It's been a while. How are you doing, Trigger? We're just kind of speculating on the... I'm just talking about how I see No Man's Sky. I'm glad that other people still like No Man's Sky. I am. I've met a lot of people lately online who hate No Man's Sky, still hate No Man's Sky, and will always hate No Man's Sky. They laugh at me that I still play it. They're like, you still play it? Well, I don't play it as much as I used to, because it's not my kind of game, really, anymore. I like flying through space periodically. For me, I like doing the whole, like, Minecraft style thing that I do, where I just build... You know, I come and I travel and I explore, and that's pretty much what I do in No Man's Sky. That's how the game is for me. So I would have loved the whole archaeology part to continue. It just didn't. I don't think Frontiers at this point has anything to do with the archaeology part of it. I think that, like... No, I agree with what Levi says. I think it's just something they added to get more people to come play. Maybe they're going to do another connection to it, you know, and you'll see a pull through. But right now, if you think about where does this whole concept of the they changed my planets, though, I've noticed. They're all changed. Again, like, they were horrible to live on, some of them. Well, they were beautiful originally, and then now they're not so fun to live on anymore. So everything's still here and all that stuff, so. Oh, thank you for the follow, Wolf Alone PR. So the question, what you're asking is, what are they going to do with Frontiers? The thing I'm asking, though, is where does Frontiers go? Where does the whole settlement concept go in the Waking Titan lore? I don't think it goes anywhere. It might go, like, I don't know if Rogers is still watching Trigger. Oh, there he is. Yeah, maybe. I don't know that they even want to do anything to do... Right, but Waking Titan is our lore to the game. No, it's not, but it... see, so you have to ask yourself, is No Man's Sky a simulation? And you're playing inside the simulation? Or is it a real place that you're playing a part of? the Gek and the Kovacs. I'm not sure about the Viking, though. I don't think they think. No, the Viking, though, do have a thing against the Sentinels in the Atlas, but I'm not sure if it's because of that concept. But that's what I'm saying. So if you run on the idea that it's not a simulation and that you are in a universe of its own and it has its own history, then you have lore that backs that up. But if you're running on the idea that it's a simulation and you are alone and you are just visiting it with the purpose of, I always saw it as a purpose to fix the Atlas, because the Atlas was looking for a way to move on to whatever its next thing it was supposed to do. That's how I took the story for, well, I don't know, what is the Atlas? The Abyss. I don't know, because I never knew there was a lore in the Abyss. But who created the Abyss? Right, but I mean in the story mode. Okay, so you have you have lore and the story, but then you have, as the player, where does the Abyss come in the storyline? That's the gunky stuff you're talking about? The gunky stuff that's all like sucking the everybody. They always say you're kind of afraid and wish you didn't touch it, and then you get, once you solve the problem, you get stuff from it. The haunted areas, I guess, is what they were. They became was the haunted areas. Yeah. See, I always thought that was a weird. I thought that was the simulation lore for the story of how this universe came into being. Right. 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 Levi says, hang on just a sec. Levi says, without knowing more, I think that they may have written themselves into a box. That's what I'm saying. They've written themselves into a box first with Wait and Titan, and now Empty is saying that there's another lore about an abyss that has more power than the Atlas, and the Atlas is fearful of the abyss, and the abyss is what was in those haunted things. He says the lore has good possibility, but they may need the community to get the storyline going. Well, that would be a great option if they were to open it up on a website and say, everybody come and put pieces in and let's pull it together and build it into a more storyline. I just haven't seen that they've done anything like that. I know that there's other people out there who went and was like, I just met a lady who on Twitter who's building a Viking children's book, and is using a Viking character for a book for her son. So, I mean, there you have the option out there to go and build on what we have. My problem is that I have big, like Levi says, I have big problems when your lore puts you in a box and you can't get out of it. Like, there's no past and there's no present. There's only what they've written, but there's no connection to the things. I don't have a problem if No Man's Sky had no connection to Earth whatsoever. That wouldn't bother me in any, but then they introduced that. Like, this is how this was created, and here's how we are. So now we have this simulation. I love the simulation concept. That's the whole idea that, you know, that what you're seeing in real life is just a simulation. That, like the Matrix, I got no problem with that. I enjoy it. But there has to be a connection to what we're doing now. So, like, if this is in the past, that's fine. Or if this is in the future, that's fine. But it has to connect so that my brain, because I get stuck on things like, you know, oh, what is the purpose here? If the purpose is just living, because that's how they've set it up right now, the purpose is just living from one galaxy to the next galaxy to the next galaxy, that's fine. But then let's throw Waking Titan out, the whole kaboo. Or if we're going to say that, like you said, Waking Titan is one simulation, and then you have this other simulation, which is this, which is older than Waking Titan, or Waking Titan is a whole different reality, and we're done with that, and now we have a new reality. That's fine, but let's get the lore to catch up with it. That would be, and I think that if they spent that, that would be great, because the thing is Hello Games knows what they're doing. They got this whole thing going on. Comic books do it sometimes too, where they'll start a whole new story and it just innates everything that's come in the past. And it can be very disconnecting for the people who have been reading it from issue 1, that now it's at 300, we're starting all over again. And everything that happened before 300 is, you know, you can read it, but it really doesn't mean anything in the lore. It's very I understand why they do that, because they want the new people to come in. But then it kind of makes for the rest of us who are very into the idea of the story basis, it doesn't fit anymore. It's like, why am I playing this game? I don't need to play animals in No Man's Sky. I don't need to build settlements in No Man's Sky. I play lots of other games that do it. What I liked about No Man's Sky was the whole idea that you were all by yourself and you had to figure out why you were stuck in this simulation, which you learn as you go along, why you're there and what you're doing. That's what I liked about it. So I wanted, you see, yeah, you hate it whenever somebody will try and make something non-canon anymore. Right. I mean, the reason you loved what you were doing was because you loved that portion of it. I don't have a problem with Hello Games saying, hey, well, we wanted to build a new game that's a connection, and this is 2.1 version. And we're going to someday go back to 1 point whatever version with the Waking Titan and everything. But right now, this is what we're doing. That would be awesome. Instead, they make you think it's the updates or continuation, but they don't have that synchronicity to feel like they're a connection. It just feels like I'm going to add this. For the living part, it does. You know, you got the animals, and then now you have the more base building stuff, and you get to do a settlement because everybody wanted cities, is what I feel like is how that came about. It doesn't mean that it's bad or wrong or anything. It's just not my kind of game anymore. I'll continue to play it. You know, I come and I visit it and I check it out, and then I go back to doing what I was doing, which is, we're going to do that right now, is we're going to move over to my other save, and I'm, you know, playing the game mode of it out and everything. But I went back and visited. I did a stream 2 weeks ago for the celebration of No Man's Sky, where I did the original No Man's Sky. I got my son's PlayStation out. We didn't connect it to the internet. And I just played, you know, for 2 hours. I just played. And I really liked it. I mean, there were things I missed that we have now. Like, I missed the vehicles. Okay? The vehicles, I love. I like the ability to get across that, you know, the planet faster. I like the categorization of, you know, you go and you categorize everything. That was still there, so that wasn't a problem. That came in when it first came through. Levi says, yes, I am the mystery person. Who am I, and what is this universe? See, yes, that's what I liked about No Man's Sky. I liked feeling lonely. It really made me feel, it made you feel more in the game because you were all by yourself. I didn't mind that you could play with other people when you did. I don't mind any of the new updates. It just wasn't how what I first enjoyed about the game. There's a new game coming out, though, that's supposed to do that, but it's your crew and you. And you're the only ones, you have to save something, and you're only people in the universe. And I can't remember the name of it. It's coming out soon, though. It's a brand new game, and everybody have been saying, they showed it on the game thingies they were having. What were they doing recently online? They were showing the game, one of the game things was up. And can't remember the name of it. I saw it. It looked really good. It's a new space one. People were liking it to No Man's Sky, but the developers were like, no, the whole development, how you fly your ship is different. The only two that they were similar was the fact that when No Man's Sky came out, and this game is you are all by yourself, but you have a crew that you're all by yourself with, so you can play the multiplayer to begin with. Yeah, so it looks like it's gonna be really good. I don't know that you're doing supplies and stuff because of the world. I don't think there's going to be any building, but there'll probably be crafting. So if that's your thing, crafting, you know. But so you can build bigger stuff with this now. We're going in for your animals. Can you have more than the 6th? Right, well, with 15 saves, you could then, 6 times 15? That's 0, 3 is 9. That's like 106. You could have 106 different creatures. But I meant because you're breeding them, you can only hold the 6 at any given time, so you have to get rid of your breeding pairs. Oh. Right, so 5 animals and 1 empty slot for your breeding purposes. But then you would get rid of some of your other breeders, right? Well, yeah, well, that would be the norm of it, is that you are. So this is my survival save. The whole purpose of this particular save is to get through the story mode and then go to the next galaxy. That's all I'm doing in my survival. So I realized that I do not have the glyphs in this. I thought I did. Remember I was asking you for the portals. I can't do the portals because I don't have the glyphs. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of this stream, is we are going to be looking for the damn, which means we're just jumping from Atlas to Atlas to Atlas to Atlas while we get the, because I think they changed it. When I started this save, you were still having to go to grave to grave to grave. But they changed it. Now all you do is jump from to Atlas to Atlas to Atlas, and they give you the glyphs. So that's what we're going to be doing so that I can do the portal. Well, I like the this way better than finding them damn freaking graves. I mean, finding the graves is fun, but I think they should have gave you other stuff rather than the glyphs. I don't know. Because I don't do a lot of the archaeologist stuff either. Right. Each grave had lore that went with it. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, and that's what I liked about it. And I think that they didn't need to give you the glyphs. They should just give you the lore, and then you could have had a story from that. Again, though, is that's that lore that's tied into Waking Titan, that's tied into, you know, the story mode that you do when you first get into No Man's Sky. I'll probably, since we have 15 saves, I'd probably restart. Well, it does kind of to a degree if you're putting that lore in it. If you're not putting the lore in it, no, it doesn't make any sense. But if you're putting the lore in it and you're having an archaeologist, graves are a very important part of archaeology. That's where you learn so much about cultures before you. So if you're trying to make the simulation very real and give you secret ways of learning the clues of finding out that you're in a simulation, the graves make sense. If, again, you're not connected to Waking Titan, then I agree with you. It makes absolutely no sense to put graves in. And that's why I think they went to where you went to the Atlas, and you just go finding the, the Atlas path instead of finding the graves, because they probably agreed with you at some point it probably didn't make any sense to still have the graves. Well, if the whole universe was a simulation, right? And then you could, I wish they had done that. They didn't do that, but I wish that if you went from galaxy to galaxy, it was because you met each of the different travelers' graves, and they gave you a clue to go to the next galaxy. That would have been awesome. But they didn't do that. It's like they had this great idea, and then they didn't pass on that. They didn't go from that idea. What, baby?
I wanted to tell you,
Okay.
I wanted to play something on Yaya's PlayStation, but all the games.
They're all, yeah, you're going to have to wait till he gets home and tell him what you want to play, and he'll have to download it for you again. Because they're not download right now. Well, because they were on a storage thing, and now you have to delete them and re-upload them. What did you want to play on it?
I wanted to play mini games.
Which mini game?
No, many.
Oh, many? Well, you can't play many in a short period of time. You could pick one game up there, go into, you know how to go, come here. I'll show you real quick. So if you're outside of the game like this, and you hit the option button, okay, it'll say update, all that. You go all the way down and it says delete. You delete it, and then you go back into the library and re-upload it, then you can play the game.
I think I can do that.
You think you can?
I'm gonna go.
Okay, go ahead. Can't hurt nothing at this point in time. Well, what happened, taking a step from this. All right, Levi, thanks for stopping by. It's always fun when you come by. I'll be back later. I'll be running this for another hour or so, then I'll take a break, and then I'll be back. So, see you later, Levi. I'll be back with a new game on my Xbox. We had a storage unit, you know those the external hard drive I had bought one that was a 2 terabyte. Then I got a 4 terabyte, and I put the 4 terabyte on the PlayStation down here, and I let my son have the 2 terabyte. Well, somehow in between them bouncing between 2 PlayStations upstairs, something happened to the external hard drive. It doesn't work anymore. So all my son's games are gone. All his saves and everything that he did, which is okay because he hasn't been up there playing it. So it wasn't like it's that little heartbreak you get, when you realize that your digital shit just went down the tube. But on the same token, he hasn't. Some of them probably are saved on the cloud. Not a lot because he hadn't been up there playing, and we don't know when it went bad. Like, we don't know if he played it and then it went bad or whatever. You just can't get on it at all. I can't get it to boot up on anything. It's like it got fried is what I feel like. I feel like it got fried or stepped on or something happened to it or whatever. It's not one of the better external hard drives. So, there's some that are great and some that are not, and some that just, no matter when they come out, they don't. Yeah, it's in the library, and then you got to upload it again. So what happens, though, when you have a storage unit that becomes damaged, right? When the storage unit gets damaged, then you can't access those games, so you have to delete them out of the dashboard and then re-put them back up, which is, he's got probably 30 or 40 games up there that he's going to have to do that with. Yeah, because he doesn't even do all the freebie games that you get. I don't know. I just can't get it to access. If I could get it to access, then I could probably delete it, and start over. But I can't get it to access the storage. It says it's not there at all. And, yeah, so, it's just one of those things that happens periodically. Yeah, so it's... I mean, it could have, but it's not even registering the storage unit. So I have no way... I tried to register on mine, and it just won't come up at all. So it doesn't matter if the stuff's on there. We just can't get in it to, you know... It's like when your hard drive goes... When your hard drive goes, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, I had all this shit on it. It's still there, but there's no way to access it because you can't get on your hard drive. So, I mean, if you hook it up to something else, I know there's a way when you take it in, there's guys that can extract it for you. But it's really pricey, and you have to decide, is it really needed at this point in time? So, yeah. I don't, so a lot of the games that Boo plays are up there on that PlayStation. So he can't access them right now. And then all the stuff like the Netflix and the HBO and stuff for upstairs was on it. So my daughter couldn't, so they've all been watching everything on Boo's laptop. I'm like, dudes, just take the time. So finally we set up, well, because there was pieces and parts missing, because they had two PlayStations up there and an Xbox. And so when they were bouncing back and forth, people were unplugging and plugging things in, and I'm thinking that's what happened. What? Yeah, and then it'll download. If it's a disc game, you just put the disc in and it'll download it all for you. But there's no storage except what's on the PlayStation, and that PlayStation doesn't have as much storage. What, buddy?
If you look into library, you'll find this game.
I don't know. I'll have to come up. If there's a game that you're not finding, you'll have to come up.
Well, I just did it.
Well, okay, then why are you telling me?
Yeah.
I'm sure if it's not something you're supposed to be doing when Bobby Joe gets home, I'm sure he'll explain it to you. Yeah, the other thing is that was a cheaper PlayStation, older one that he got used, so it doesn't have the 1 terabyte on it. See, mine's a 1 terabyte, and then I've got 4 terabyte external hard drive, so I've still got lots of stuff. Yeah. So, and then I'll be getting, when I get the PS5, then I'll have a whole lot, you know. Then I'll have to restart everything over, but it'll be on the cloud because I put everything on the cloud periodically. Alrighty, but yeah, you know, I mean, when we look at games that we like I had a big, huge discussion with this guy on he's all like, I hate No Man's Sky, don't get me started, blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh, well, I'm kind of new to this conversation, so I just was kind of interested why you hate it. And he hates it for all the reasons that I could see people hating it. You know, like, if you're not into mining at all, you're not going to like mining in No Man's Sky. I mean, it's not even like, Minecraft. It can be very tedious and grinding at times. We've all said this. We've all played it. No, it used to be, it was really bad before. Yeah, well, that's what I said to him. I said, some of that's improved. He goes, well, I played the game. I think he played it like 6 months ago or something, right after a big update. And it was just too much glitches for him. I said, well, that's just any game. I can't think of a game I've ever played that didn't have a glitch in it. I know people have said they didn't have a glitch, and then I was like, oh, I'm excited, and then I play it, and then I happen to find the one and only glitch in the damn game. That's happened to me quite a few times where somebody said, oh, there's no glitch in this game, play it, Even in Minecraft, which is 10 years old, I have found glitches in that. Like one time an ender in creative, I was playing creative and an ender destroyed me, and I was like, I'm so confused. So I had to check it 3 times. It never happened again. And they were all like, that's impossible. They can't do that. I don't know what happened. I mean, that's the concept of a glitch. It's something that wouldn't normally happen in a game, right? And it's just a program having some issues. That's it. That's all that is. And people get really angry with me and argue with me on things. Like a dodo killed me in Ark. Everybody's like, dodos can't kill you. Well, I'm a guess that what happened is I had already really low health, and then the dodo hit me and it killed me. But then it says dodo killed you, and people were like, dodos can't kill you. Well, it did. I don't know what to tell you. So, and that's not even a glitch. I just think that what happened is I had really low health and it was when I first was playing the game and didn't understand it, and I got killed, you know, just standing there. And, you know, so we're having this conversation about glitches. So he's like, okay, so what about falling through the thing? Oh, I said, that was bad after Nyx. That was the worst. Like, that happened all the time in Nyx. Yeah, I ended up in water down under the planet and then drowned in the water because I couldn't get out. I said, and I get that. That's frustrating as heck. I said, but I have one in Ark that only happens to me. I have not ever met anybody else who has had it happen. And it's where I fall. So I get on Ark, and it just happened again recently. I get in the Ark, and then I'm falling through the whole planet. I go all the way through the whole planet to, like, base bottom. I see the arcs. I'm floating in space, and then I die. And there's nothing I can do about it. And if I had everything on me, I lose everything and have to start all over again. So that was always irritating. I mean, that's a glitch on that. Fallout, somebody told me about, you know, did I ever get Fallout and Fallouts? I said, oh, Fallout 76 has huge glitches. But Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3, I'd get the ones where you get stuck in the rocks. And you're stuck in the rocks and things are killing you, but you can't get out of the rock. You know, and you're like, and then you start seeing a grid in the background because you're like, oh, I'm in the, you know, I'm in the rig here and I'm dead. You know, so yeah, I've had games people told me don't have any, and I found glitches. Maybe I only find them once and then I never find them again, or if a new update comes out, you know, you find them. But yeah, so this guy is arguing with me, and I'm like, you know, you don't have to argue why you don't like No Man's Sky. People are allowed to not like something. I don't have a problem with it. I'm just always curious about why it is you don't like it, because I'm sure it's the same things that I have issues with in the game. I just have more patience because I like the other parts of the game. And that's usually what it comes down to with a game. If you like the good parts of the game, you're willing to ignore the bad parts of the game, right? And then, so then people will be all like, but why spend the money on it? I paid $13 for my No Man's Sky in 2017 because I had played it in 2016, but I'd borrowed the game. I paid, nobody liked it, so it was on sale. I got the disc for $13. I have since then played well over $13 worth of my game. So as far as I'm concerned, but even if I had paid $60 for the game, here it is, you know, 5 years later, and I still am playing the game. I figured I got my, you know, my money out of that game. So, and not that you can, it's not like you can sell games back. You know, people are always like, oh, it's like, to me, it's like cars. So people buy a car, right? Unless you put that car in a garage and you never drive it and do anything, you're not going to be able to see your money back on that car. Ever. Comic books are the same way. You know, you buy comic books, you are going to be really lucky if you make any money on your comic books. Really lucky. Yeah, you'd have to not open it up, then you would have to grade it where they seal it so it never gets opened up. And then, what's the point? Because then you didn't buy it to read it. Yeah. Then you have to hope that the warehouse that has like 50 million of them are destroyed. Hi, Godsmack. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope things are good for you. Empty says hello, hello, hello. I'm sure Empty maybe will talk to you more because Barb talks to him a lot. Talks to you, Godsmack, and the other Lone Pine, isn't it? Lone something is his brother, I think. I can't remember. The twins there who are doing dream stuff. He said, "Hey, Empty. Are you liking No Man's Sky, Godsmack? We were talking about that. I'm trying to find the atlas, but it doesn't want to let me ever find this. I think I'm going to have to start this game over because I'm asking for the current mission. I want the Atlas Station. That's what I need. Thank you. What the hell is the puppy? Oh, it's way heck out here. But yeah, so I had planned to play this Friday. And then, I don't remember, something happened. And I thought, oh, well, I'll just wait and play it on Saturday. I mean, everybody else. I was going to play it the day it came out. And then everybody else had, like, played it, like, a lot. And I thought, I'm not gonna get on and compete with everybody else playing. Because you could watch some really great players like Bruce Cooper and who else was playing it? Mary Lizzie was playing it. Richard Huntington was playing it, you know. Just Jared. Oh, Jason Plays. So, Godsmack says, how are you doing? I'm doing good. You know, today's a good day. I was sick for 3 days. Today's a good day. So, whenever it's a good day. He says he talked with Empty a couple of days ago about it. You still have to play No Man's Sky. Dreams keeps me away from No Man's Sky. Well, yeah. I mean, you guys spend a lot of time in Dreams. So, I could see that being an issue. I guess we're gonna be moving. I do like how they changed the height, the warp, how everything looks so pretty when you warp. That's pretty cool. That's from Prisms. That one, that's really pretty. But like I say, I mean, I will play No Man's Sky until there's no Man's Sky no more. Like they just stop having the servers or whatever. I will keep playing No Man's Sky. I do wish, the things I wish from No Man's Sky is I wish they would have a way where you could play vanilla. Like that's an option. Like when you come on, you could choose to play vanilla or you could choose to play the now stuff. Or also have ways to turn off, like maybe you don't want to play anything from Next. Maybe you just want to play, Foundation? Wasn't Foundation the one for the buildings and... Yeah, or maybe you just want to play whatever was the one that you had that added all the vehicles and after Next. What was the one after Next where you got the water, the Nautilus or whatever? Like you could play each of the different updates. I think that would be really, really cool. So... Right. That's what I'm saying. Just the major ones would be kind of cool. So you could go back and it wouldn't have to be an online game for me. It could just be you could play it locally and that would be it. Because that I know it would be a lot to allow you to go through and play each of the ones. So if you could just play it, on your just a local, you didn't have to go to the servers, and you couldn't, like when I played the vanilla, none of the stuff would be uploaded. That would be fine for me. I mean, other people would probably not like that. They'd want to have their discoveries uploaded, but I could care less really. I mean, because you could just come back to the regular one and play it that way. You wouldn't have to worry about it. But I know that everything that they do is because people have asked for it. So I understand that. It's just that, and I don't ask for anything. I just wait to see what the creators do with it because I don't really particularly... I want to see what they think that they needed to do, not what we wanted them to do, I guess is for me. I get that it's a business and they're selling it and everything. I just still think it's cool to watch what a creator makes of their own stuff just because they want to make it, not because everybody else wants them to make it. I did like the sandworms. That was fun. You know, that they brought those. Those were cool. And I think if you could ride them and tame them, that would be even more awesome, personally. You know, but... Well, he just... Yeah, go ahead. Oh, he just tweeted a white dragon-like flying thing that was flying in the thing, and everybody was like, "Oh, we want to be able to fly those." Yeah, that'd be cool. But that you can't right now. You can't do the big ones. I went and checked, but they were like, one of the ladies that I follow is all like the never-ending story. She wants to tame it because that's what it would look like. Space Whales. Yeah, see, you wanted the Space Whales. I think the living ship was the Space Whales. Personally. So, and Godsmack says that No Man's Sky is still one of the best games on the PlayStation 4. I don't know if I'd go that way. I can't say what's best because you can't compare each game to each other because they're different. If we're talking about space games, I only play No Man's Sky. It's the only space game I play at this point in time. So I can't say it's the best. It's the only one I play. You know, I don't play any other space games. I know that a lot of people are playing Star Citizen and they really like that. Or Solaris, I think is the other one people have played. Star Citizen. What's some other space ones? I play Mass Effect, but you couldn't compare Mass Effect with No Man's Sky because they're two different separate games. They're not. I mean, even Mass Effect, Elite Dangerous, but you can't. You don't. I'm not. No, that one does. That's mining and flying, right? You don't build anything and fighting. Yeah. So I mean, you can't compare games. Right. You could compare maybe Boundless, but Boundless is a Portal game. So if the portals were more of a thing in No Man's Sky, you could probably compare Boundless because Boundless to me is a lot like Minecraft and Portal Knights, and not No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is really in its own little thing. I mean, the closest you could come to it is maybe like Ark and other things now. But when it first started out, it was kind of its own little story thing. That was it. And then with some exploration in it and mining. So, I have a lot of games I like. I love Dishonored. I'm playing all the Dishonored stuff I can right now, but it's on my Xbox. But I love the whole world of Dishonored. And I really wish they could bring that back, but they're not. I mean, they've made some little games. They made The Death of the Outsider, which just came out, which was just as much fun as the big games. You didn't have as much to play in it as you did, but it wrapped the story up really well and added some new stuff to it. But I like that story concept and everything. Godsnick says, I think that you're right. It's all about taste. It is. I mean, if you either like No Man's Sky or you don't. That's, or you could be in the middle if there's certain parts of it that you liked. But for the most part, what you hate about No Man's Sky is probably what you hate in all games, and No Man's Sky just brings out more of them, more of it. You know, like if like the one guy says he hated the glitches because it destroyed his saves and all his work and all that. Well, you're probably not gonna like any game that does that. If you're not into exploration, then No Man's Sky is definitely not your game. Because that's a big component of it is you could stay in your one system and never go anywhere, but you wouldn't get much done. Like you wouldn't be able, like I'm doing right now, you couldn't go do the Atlas Pass because you really have to go from system to system to system. Yes, I agree with you, Godsnack. Almost every picture you make in No Man's Sky screenshot is beautiful. It's a very beautiful game. If you like beautiful games, this would be the game for you. There isn't a whole lot of puzzles in No Man's Sky, so if you're a big puzzle game person, this isn't going to be your game. Yeah, so... Well, I just think that they found out a lot of people don't know how to do math very well, so... They're like, wait a minute, us developers know it because you have to have a good sense of math to program, but I mean only if you're taking some of the more base core like C++, C++, all of those have a math component to it, so you really have to get that math component down. But I just don't think that if you're not mathematically inclined, you're not going to be interested in doing mathematical problems. I like those ones. I always messed up. The ones I have a hard time with is guessing what materials they want. Like, you know, the Viking will need a certain amount of, will always ask for the same type of materials, and the Gek will always, I can never remember which ones are which. Like, who wants the silicone, who wants this, you know. So if you're good memory, those